So, welcome back. Now we're going to power rank them. So, I've given out the grades of the jerseys. Which ones does Shannon like best? Which ones does he not? So, I've exhausted myself thinking about this. And really, there are some easy ones and some easy ones, and then in the middle there are some. So this, consider this to be my grading of which ones I'm going to be most wanting to add to my collection right away. Although there are some that I will, like for instance, Dallas. Not a huge fan of what Dallas did, but I'll probably buy it because it's a Dallas jersey and I have all the others. So yeah. Number 31, New York Islanders. Again, if the Islanders went out on the ice wearing those jerseys, a lot of fans wouldn't know that was a new jersey, unless you told them, "Hey, they're wearing the reverse retros." Oh, what's the reverse? It's a different color blue, and the stripes are, I think, reversed. Oh, what about the other team? Oh, they got a really fun reverse retro jersey. So, yeah, the Islanders. I just think they don't have to do a fisherman. They don't, but they could have done like the wave design that they had during the fisherman and kept that logo and something different, right? Speaking of which, Detroit. The silver stripe is okay, but keep in mind that the Centennial, which I have that jersey, the Centennial with the silver Dallas Stars or Dallas Stars, Detroit Red Wings logo. It's nice. I have it, and I think it's nicer than this reverse retro thing they're doing. So, yeah, for me, Detroit just kind of misses the mark. Uh, and if you're a Red Wings fan, you've been waiting a long time for a brand new. Hey, let's do a fun third jersey, and then it's just kind of meh. It's too bad. There's still rumors there's another jersey coming though for Detroit, so maybe they'll try something different in the other jersey. There was rumors of a third. This is reverse retro. It's not considered a third, so we'll see. Number 29, Toronto. I know there are people who don't mind what Toronto did, but I am severely disappointed. When I heard they were doing gray, so they were going to have gray in their jersey, I thought, well, that might be okay if they do, instead of a white jersey, they do a gray one, or maybe a blue one with gray accents with the old logo. Might be okay. But what they ended up with just doesn't look like a National Hockey League jersey. It just, it's not, yeah, it's not that great. I was really surprised because Toronto has some fantastic jerseys. Number 28, Dallas. I'm as surprised as anybody else that Dallas is this low when they brought back the star. But it's so bland and there's nothing to it. And it's so just the light gold and everything is just so washed out. So these four, I'm kind of like, yeah. Like I said, I'll get Dallas because I have every Dallas jersey, but it'll be great in videos for people to go, why is Shannon wearing a plain white shirt? If you squint enough, you can kind of see Dallas stars in it, and there's stripes. Why would there be stripes on a plain white shirt? So yeah, there you go. 28, Dallas. Number 27, Edmonton. Now, the Edmonton one, it just doesn't look different enough from what they already wear. It looks like exactly what they're wearing. I thought they were going to do something with the logo that was different, but they didn't. And it's just sort of, I mean, it's okay. It's not fantastic. It's okay. It's there. It's a jersey. Eh. 26, Flyers. So again, the Flyers did sort of a remix of their 90s jerseys, but again, it's very similar to ones I already have. So when I'm looking to add something to my jersey collection here, it's got to be different. First off, it's got to be different. It can't be that if I'm wearing a jersey in a video, people go at the end of it, oh, he's wearing the reverse retro. I hadn't noticed that. There are enough Flyers jerseys I have, including one ugly Franken jersey I got a couple weeks ago, that yeah, the Flyers, I'm kind of covered there. So we aren't up to anything that I have to get. That I'm looking at going, I have to get that. And at 25, also in this row, it's Pittsburgh. I've never been a huge fan of word mark jerseys. People know this who've been a fan of this channel long enough. And to me, Pittsburgh's is just sort of, it's a white word mark with Pittsburgh in gold on it. And I've got the black word mark jersey. I don't wear that very often. It's also pretty low on my countdowns when I do the countdown. So, yeah, this whole row, I know I'll get Dallas. I'm not overly concerned with any of the others at all. Number 24, Nashville. Now, in Nashville's defense, the jersey is ugly, and I need to get it because it's ugly. And it is different from their original jersey. So it looks like they went back to the original logo, which was a bit of a color difference. The shoulders is the original secondary logo. It's not too shabby, but as Nashville jerseys go, it's not the Meth Tiger, which is too bad. Come on, weren't we all kind of roundabout hoping, can we have Meth Tiger, please, like we wanted the Burger King, right? It just didn't happen. 23, Ottawa. So the Sens, I just got the black one. I got the white one. Now they have a red one. It's the striping's the same. It's all the same. They could have. There are some designs they've had they could have done a fun throwback to. The Scooby-Doo logo, anybody? Come on. The 3D Sen with the eyes that look like they follow you wherever you go. Not the logo they just changed from. The one before that. You could have done something fun with that. Something a little different. You could have fun with the gold leaf that they had on the jerseys at that point, but they just went with red. I will eventually get it. It's Sens. There aren't enough different Sens designs in my eyes as it is anyway, so I'll eventually get it, but it's not on the must-get list. Number 22, Chicago. Now, again, for Chicago, I have numerous jerseys that are very similar to this one. Chicago, I will say this in Chicago's defense. They have so many fantastic jerseys, it's really hard to improve on that. It is really hard to improve on what Chicago already has in their collection. And so when they do a retro, they got to be thinking, I don't know. I mean, there's some ugly ones we could go back to, but we don't want to go back to that. So I guess we'll just sort of do a minor remix of what we've already had in some of our throwbacks and put that out there. It's fine enough. It's above other jerseys, but it's not a must-have. 21. So I've already seen a comment that I'm being too hard on the Blasty jerseys. I have a Blasty jersey. In fact, I have two. When the starter logo was lifting off of my other Blasty jersey and my wife couldn't fix it, I got myself another Blasty jersey, this time a CCM. CCMs are better than starter. Keep this in mind when you're looking at listings on eBay and you're going, hey, I have a chance at a starter jersey. This is a starter right here. And this logo is fine. This one's all right. I've barely worn it, and when I got it, it was pretty new. But you got to watch starters because the logos bubble up on them. If you have a chance to replace a starter with a CCM, you do it every time. The new Blasty, it's the same. They just took the red out, and so again, it's not that I'm being too hard on it. It's just it's very, very basic. It's like somebody took Photoshop and went, I took the red out. That's fine, just ship it. But I haven't done anything else with it yet. Shouldn't I, I don't know, change the Blasty logo a bit? No, just ship it. You took the red out, right? Good. Perfect. Well, I could make the logo on the shoulder white. Yeah, fine, whatever. We'll just ship it like that. Number 20, San Jose. So it's a gray version of their jersey from the early 2000s. And when they changed from their original logo to that design, or not from original logo, it's original logo, from the original design to that design, I was underwhelmed. I actually think if they'd done a gray version of their original jersey, I think it would have looked a little cleaner, a little better. But again, they're top 20, and there were a lot of jerseys I gave a very high rating to. So, yeah, San Jose gets number 20. 19, Blues. It's red. It's an inverse of the diagonal 90s design. And it's passable, it's serviceable. I really like the blue one. The blue Adidas is fantastic. I don't know what it is about that 90s design that in an Adidas it works. This is probably going to look nice. It's just, again, it's Photoshop. Just change that, replace that. Okay, we're done. Took 3 seconds. All right, cool. Done. And I know a lot of these are like that. But, again, they end up at 19. So they're ahead of a bunch of other teams. They're right behind the Rangers. So this is why I'm wearing the Liberty jersey. I love the Liberty jersey. I'm glad it's back. I had thought they might do something a little bit different. And yet it looks like they just changed the striping on the sleeve. So you get Lady Liberty back. That is one that I already know I'm getting. I've already had that discussion. And I know I'm getting the Rangers one. I know that's one of the first ones I'm getting. Because, again, this is a starter. And what did I just say? When you have a chance to replace a starter, you do it. So, if any of these I have a starter of, that's one that I'll be like, okay, I need to find the replacement for that. And yeah, Rangers at 18. 17, Florida. I do have a magnet with the old logo. And I'm glad I do, because today I need it. I do prefer the old logo to the current logo. I think the new design's fine. I think the new logo is fine as well. But yeah, I'm glad they went back to it. I'm glad they did a blue one. I do like the, I want to say, tan-colored stripe that's on it. Rather than gold, they did something. It's a little bit different. They muted the colors a little bit. I thought that was a nice touch. I think the stripes are okay. It's something a little different. So a little bit of thought went into that. I think it's sharp, and I think this and an Adidas, I think this logo is going to look great. Number 16, Boston. So again, well, Boston's one that I know I'm getting, obviously, right? Creativity, it's a yellow version of their jersey from the 80s, 90s. And they probably could have done something a little bit different with it. I know when they leaked it out, there was kind of a mild reaction, just very mild. I'm glad the Meth Bear is back, which is the title that the Bruins fans have given that bear on the shoulder. Again, I referred to it as a tiger as a kid because it's yellow and black, so it's a tiger. But, you know, it's fine. But again, just for overall creativity, could they have done something a little different? Yeah, I mean, I knew they would do an 80s throwback. I knew that was the one thing they hadn't done. But if they'd done it where it was brown and gold, that could have been fun too. There's some brown ones they've done recently that look really nice. 15, Buffalo. I'm torn on Buffalo. I'm glad they have the crossed swords back. And the crossed swords one is one that I have that I wore for the reveal video this morning where I graded all 31. And I like that logo a lot. Now that jersey's an extra large. Because that jersey's an extra large, I believe it's a starter. It might be a CCM. But I do need to replace it. And this would be, well, I mean, you can't replace it with one that's a different design. But it's easier to wear if it's in my size, right? I don't wear an extra large. I usually in jerseys I wear a small. I can wear a medium in Adidas. In Adidas, a medium is a 50. But the sleeves are way too long. At least with this one, it's not too long. But I do prefer 46s in Adidas, which is a small. 44, which is extra small, actually fits me better. But being self-conscious and over the age of 40, I like to wear one that's got some room. And that's how that works. And I can even wear 42, which is extra small. So one thing that I do like with Adidas jerseys is that they've made it so that youth can wear Adidas jerseys. You just don't get the youth ones because those are going to be fanatics. You get your extra small, your 42s. The logos are all the same size across all the jerseys. Number 14, Vegas. It's a throwback to the Las Vegas Thunder. It's fine. It's passable. I like the secondary logo on the front. Do I feel like they could have done more with it? Maybe. But again, it's supposed to be reverse retro, and the Vegas Golden Knights only came into the league 3 years ago, so if they're going to do a reverse, you have a choice, Wranglers or Thunder. They went with Thunder. And it's fine. It's serviceable, it's nice, and it means that I'll have another Vegas jersey, a team that only had 2, so I was getting like all-star jerseys and things of that nature. But yeah, so that'll be nice. Number 13, Columbus. I think Columbus did well. I do. I think Columbus overall did pretty well with their jersey. It's the throwback, it's the original logo, it's in red. I think Columbus looks fine in red. I don't have a problem with a red jersey in Columbus. I think it's pretty good. And so, yeah, I'll put Columbus in 13th. Pretty nice. Keep in mind, the A's start here. So I gave out 13 A's this morning, and they start here. Number 12, Kings. I like the Kings a lot, obviously. But when I look at the overall designs that these jerseys have, it's a mishmash of designs, and there have been concepts I've seen that may very well be better than what they came up with. Very nice jersey. Can't wait to get it. It's going to be great to have in the collection. But again, we'll see. And I've seen people say, well, I'll wait till I see it on the ice. It may look better on the ice. Some of these could look great on the ice. Some of them could look better in person as well. And so when I get any of these jerseys, there'll definitely be an unboxing, and I can share with people my opinion on them in person in comparison with what we see in pictures and, in video and that kind of thing. Number 11, Capitals. I love the Screaming Eagle. I'm glad the Screaming Eagle's back. I like that they put silver on the Screaming Eagle. The stars are in a gray/silver color. I like it in red. I do. I know there were some that were kind of disappointed it was going to be a red jersey. They were hoping for something, maybe a dark blue. But yeah, I think they did really, really well. The logo looks huge. If you look at the video package that Adidas released, the logo, the tail of the eagle starts below his armpit, and it goes all the way across. The beak of the eagle seems to be underneath the other one. It's gigantic. It's huge. Number 10, Jets. The Jets gray jersey is nice. I think they, again, if they had knocked this completely out of the park, it'd likely be number 1, because Jets jerseys are often number 1. So the one caveat I would throw in there is if the Jets had used their 90s logo, the one from 91, 92, it may very well have been number 1. Because I do love a good Jets retro jersey. Again, longtime viewers of the channel know this, that the retro jerseys I tend to like quite a bit for Winnipeg. Number 9, Minnesota. I like the logo in North Stars colors. I do. And yet it's not the top one for me, but it's nice to see Minnesota paying homage to the team that came before them, that the North Stars, who were there for 25 years. I mean, it's great. And when you look back to when the North Stars moved to Dallas and everything around that team, it's nice to see the Minnesota Wild doing a throwback to the North Stars. So for anybody who wants to say, well, they're not the North Stars, yeah, they would still be the North Stars if it wasn't for crap ownership and just the team being run very, very, very poorly. They never should have left Minnesota. That's why we get the Wild less than a decade after the North Stars left for Dallas. Just think about that. That less than 10 years. Just imagine if the Thrashers had already been replaced by a brand new team in Atlanta. People would be screaming and yelling, that's terrible, what a horrible idea. Nobody said that about Minnesota. So if they want to wear North Stars colors, go for it. I legit don't think it's a big deal. And I guarantee you Dallas doesn't care either. Dallas doesn't wear North Stars colors anymore. So they would be perfectly fine. Doesn't bother them the slightest. And it really shouldn't. Because Boston and Pittsburgh wear the same colors. You don't see anybody screaming and yelling now. They did. But that's an old story. Number 8, Montreal. Top row, Montreal. Montreal jersey in blue. It looks great. It is such a fantastic looking jersey. I think they did very, very well. So again, a throwback. It's the same jersey. They don't change it. I could do a jersey collection video where I say, hey, so here's a Montreal jersey from 1965. Here's a jersey from 1970, 1975. And it'd just be the same jersey I'm holding up every single time. This is different. It's different, and I like it. And I like Montreal jerseys in general. I may not be a Montreal fan, but their jerseys are very sharp. Number 7, New Jersey. Can we get a green jersey permanently? I asked this in the video I did this morning with the grading of the jerseys. I think it's time. I think it's time for New Jersey to have a permanent green jersey. Maybe green is going to be the new black in the NHL. And for a while there in the NHL, every team had to have a black jersey, whether it was the regular, whether it was the third, whatever it was. Every team had to have a black jersey. It was getting ridiculous. And even a team like Philly, where the logo is already black, let's have a black jersey. Okay, Chicago, we have a perfect red jersey. Let's have a black jersey. Okay, and it worked for both. They were okay, but eventually the teams went, but orange and red are the ones that got us here, so let's go back to that. And now, of course, we have a black third, and they remixed their black third for Philadelphia. So, yeah, New Jersey, green. Minnesota, I think, green is their color. Dallas, green is their color. Minnesota, of course, had red for a while there. But I think if they do North Stars green permanently as a third, and if New Jersey makes a permanent green third as well, that could be fantastic. Which other teams could do a green third jersey? I mean, I guess Calgary could if they wanted to do a Christmas jersey. Toronto could absolutely do a green third for the St. Patrick's. You could do it with a maple leaf logo and have a green St. Patrick's design. See what I just did? I just, off the top of my head, came up with what would have been a very nice reverse retro. We went with St. Patrick's and we put the current maple leaf on the front. Ta-da! So yeah, So number 7 is the New Jersey Devils. Number 6, Tampa. Tampa's New Jersey is fantastic. We recall the Storm jersey. This jersey looks like the Storm jersey. It does. It looks like that Storm third. And in seeing that this morning, I realized something that I think I'd always kind of known. The Storm third is ugly. But what I like about it is the blue. I like the blue Tampa jersey. So the fact that Tampa went, okay, let's bring back the Storm. No, let's go back to the old striping and just do it with the blue color that we used for the Storm jersey. That's much nicer. It is a very, very well planned out jersey because it isn't the Storm jersey. So one thing that'll be interested to see if we're gonna if this is gonna have that effect is with some of these reverse retros being out there, is it gonna drive down the price on some of these old ugly jerseys that we can see on eBay for $400, $500, $600, ridiculous amounts? Are we going to see some of those jerseys a little less in demand now because of the brand new Adidas retro reverse? Number 5, the Quebec Nordiques. I'm kind of surprised, and I said this in my grading, I'm kind of surprised that Colorado didn't have the Abs logo on the front with the fleur-de-lis around the bottom in maroon, but it's still really nice. I am so excited about getting a Nordiques jersey. When Ben told me there was going to be a Nordiques jersey, he's like, you want it? And I couldn't, yes, fast enough. It just, of course. That is absolutely, completely the most automatic purchase I can imagine. And that was months ago that he told me, hey, so we're going to get a Nordiques jersey. And I think it was, I want to say it was before the Nathan McKinnon gloves, the Nordique colored gloves. What was that about now? Because are they going to wear Nordique colored blue gloves with those white jerseys? Right? So yeah, the Colorado Nordiques should be fun. Or Nordalanche. If you want to don't want to call it the Nordiques, call it the Nordalanche. It rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? Number 4, Carolina's Whaler jerseys. Whalers in gray looks fantastic. Yep. That's a really, really nice one. I think that again, and I know people are going to be like, well, they aren't the North Stars, they aren't the Nordiques, they aren't the Whalers. Yeah, and those teams aren't coming back. The North Stars aren't coming back because it's the Dallas Stars now. The Whalers aren't coming back. We're not going to see a team in Hartford. We're not going to see a team in Quebec anytime soon. So I don't think that you retire those jerseys just based on that. I don't think it's wrong to pay tribute to the teams that were there before you. And that's how I see this. I don't see this as, yeah, it's a cash grab. All 31 of these are cash grabs, right? They are. And they're working very well when you've already got teams saying, look, we don't have a lot. You want to pre-order them, go ahead, but we don't have a lot to offer you guys. Yeah, Carolina with the Whalers, that's going to disappear very, very quickly. Number 3, Canucks. Last year, when the Canucks did their heritage jersey, underwhelming. And I thought, it's a stick and rink, it's modernized stick and rink. Yeah, it's okay, it's all right, but it didn't really have the wow factor. This one does. This Canucks jersey absolutely has the wow factor. Bringing back the gradient. Thank you, Vancouver, for bringing back the gradient. Make that the permanent third jersey, and done. And to any Canuck fans that says, well, why didn't they bring back the skate? Because we just got the skate. You get the skate every single time the Canucks do a throwback. Every time. And the only other time where, we didn't get it that time, was at the stick and rink? Right. So it's about time we got a throwback that has the Orca on the front, and it mixes things up where you have their current logo on an old design with the current colors, and it looks fantastic. And if you think you want the Flying V in green and blue, go to any grad ceremony anywhere in North America, and I guarantee you probably half of the grad gowns will be green and blue. Just get one of those and just have it converted into a hockey jersey, because that's what they'd look like in green and blue. They would look like they were graduating from high school. The Flying V was ridiculed worldwide. I think the Canucks booed themselves in the Flying Vs. They were a joke. They, I think it was Tiger Williams that said last year we played like a joke. This year we're dressed like one. It's not a good look. So they hit that out of the park. Number 2, Arizona. No, number 2's Anaheim. Number 1's Arizona. So let's discuss the 2 and the 1. 2, you've got the Mighty Wing. Thank you. Or Wild Wing. I refer to it as Mighty Wing because you got Mighty Ducks and the wing on the front, Mighty Wing. Sure, Mighty Wing jersey. Wild Wing, whatever. In white, I've been looking for that jersey for many, many years. I will now have it. No, it's not going to be in the teal color that the original one was, but I'm not spending $1,200 either. So, if I'm not spending $1,200, that's a good thing. Whereas with Arizona, the purple Peyote Coyote, Space Coyote, every time I look at that, I think about Homer Simpson and the Insanity Peppers. And I swear to God, if they go out on the ice with those jerseys on at home, and I don't hear the audio of Homer Simpson saying, "In your face, Space Coyote," or the entire scene playing on the big screen of the Space Coyote asking him about his kindred spirit, his soulmate, I'm going to be very upset. I'm going to be very upset if I don't hear Johnny Cash as a coyote talking to Homer Simpson every single time they wear these jerseys. Because that to me, I've always thought Space Coyote when I see it. I want to hear it. Now, when it's the full Kachina and it's the full, I don't think that, but for some reason when it's just the giant head, I think of the Space Coyote. Because there's that, because you see it first, you see the head and the moon, and yeah. These are both absolutely fantastic. And if you're going to answer with, they're really ugly. Yep. And so, yeah, there you go. In terms of ones I really feel like I have to have, it'd be probably anything in the top row that I'm like, yeah, I kind of need to have that. Second row, likely. Third row, I'm okay either way. Sometimes it's because I already have one that's very, very similar, right? Or, just various reasons. And then the ones in the bottom row, I have a lot. So, yeah. There you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Your picks 1 through 31. And if you're looking for, well, where's the pictures of all of them? I posted that video already where I graded them all and I showed pictures of them all. And they're all over the internet. So the pictures are all over Twitter. They're all over the internet. They're on every hockey-related website you could imagine, I would think, at this point. And this is as close to hockey news as we're getting right now. And hey, Arizona, you're number 1 on the power rankings. Congratulations. 4 years on this channel, that's the first time that Arizona's ever had a number 1 spot in a power rankings. I'm proud of you guys. I knew you could do it. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like I said, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. This is the most exciting hockey news we've had in a long time. That's both funny and sad at the same time. I will talk to you again soon.